All right, ladies, wanted to take a few minutes and talk to you probably about the most controversial part of Artemis Rally, and that's the canoeing. Let's talk about the boat. When we talk about canoes, we're talking about a canoe. We're not talking about a hybrid kayak canoe version. We're not talking about kayaks. We're talking about an actual canoe, which originated with, I think, as far back as the Indians. You know, they've made all different forms of that. They started out wood, and then we had, you know, in the late 50s, early 60s, we had the aluminum versions. And then, you know, as time went on and the boats evolved, they came up with fiberglass, and then the latest versions are some type of composite material. Some of the boats are heavy, some of them are lighter. My personal favorite is like an aluminum canoe. They're super light, but they dent easy. This boat, this is a composite material. This is 16 feet in length. It has like the woven seats. It looks like seat belts are woven together. There's no backrest. It's just, you know, just straight seats. That's what I think's the best version for something like this. I think we have 8 of these available. If you don't have a canoe, just specify that you need one. Of course, it'd be, you know, first come, first serve. And this particular canoe, I think it's 63 to 65 pounds, which is decent weight. It's not that difficult to get on and off. Securing it to your vehicle. So many different vehicles and so many different configurations on your roof. You have like hardtop Jeeps and Broncos that have no rack. It's just a smooth roof. On something like that, you know, you might put like a pool noodle on the gunnels on each side of this boat. And then you can take, this is the type strap that we use. This is a 1-inch, made by 3M. And these are 12 feet. You get a pair of these branded with your entry fee for Artemis. This will secure it to any vehicle. I've used these for 4 decades now, and I've had a tremendous amount of luck. But back to the smooth roof of either the Jeep or the Broncos or whatever, you can go around the boat and open the doors. Like on this one, you know, we could open the back doors, go around the boat, come through the car and cinch it down, and then do one here on the front. And that boat's not going to go anywhere. This particular Subaru, this Outback, this is from the factory. This was part of this package. I believe these are tie-down points. Yep, right here. So there's no crossbars on this rack. It's just two rails that run front to rear, but there's no crossbars. They're probably available, you know, from Subaru, but you don't necessarily need them. I would probably put, you know, a pool noodle or something on each of the gunnels. And then I would run the strap over either here or in the designated tie downs. And because the shape of a conventional canoe is kind of like an hourglass, if you tie it in the front and you tie it in the rear, it can't move forward. It can't move to the rear. I've had competitors in the past that try to put ropes on the front or the rear or both. They don't really do anything to support the canoe. There's nothing about those straps that keep it from moving left to right. This tie-down system works the best. It marries the boat to your car. Moving on to the paddles. There's several different ways, or 2 different types of paddles that you can use. This is a traditional like canoe paddle. You can use it left-handed, right-handed, either way. You figure out where, you know, your hand position needs to be. You can get a powerful stroke with these paddles. You know, you're doing both hands. So these are my personal favorite. They make these with aluminum shafts and plastic blades. This one's all wood, super light. And then we've had people that like to use a kayak paddle. They make these in different lengths. You have to order them like for your wingspan, your arm length. The cool thing about these, you can loosen this and you can clock the paddle. So the blades, like when you dig, you're getting the most. However you like to do it. This one's too short for me. If I were to get in a canoe with this paddle, I'd be dragging it down the gunnels on each side because I can't get enough. It's not long enough to get into the water. Good thing about these, you just snap them apart. They're easy to store. You can put them anywhere. So this is not a bad option. I just prefer the standard paddle. So for Artemis, you'll need a canoe, you need a couple paddles, and you need a PFD, which is your personal flotation device, aka life jacket. I like these. These are super simple to put on. And because they're cut away on each side, they don't give you any restrictions. Like when you're paddling, I can't imagine paddling a canoe with the old square orange life jacket. I guess that would save you from drowning, but you certainly couldn't paddle a boat wearing one of those. So a PFD like this, or one that's like a full vest, like you would wear if you were water skiing, or like a surf type board. But you'll typically see these like whitewater rafting or in a canoe or a kayak with your chest plate. And these have a little molly piece right here, so you could tether your cell phone or your whistle or something like that. These work really well. When you're talking about the PFD or whichever life jacket that you choose, you're going to want to take a look at the label. Make sure that it has the approval rating, whether it's from the Coast Guard or however they word that. You certainly don't want to end up with like a novelty type life jacket that's not approved for your weight. I'm going to have a bigger jacket or a larger jacket for myself for more weight. So if you don't have these and you're going to buy one, make sure that it has the approval rating for your weight. I believe that covers it on the canoeing portion. Thanks.